A Denver mother fears she may die before she ever sees justice for her son. Thanks for joining us at 5. I'm Alexandra Lewis.
I'm Sam Shocker. 30 years ago, 21-year-old Andre Price Jr. was shot and killed outside of a Montbello home. Since then, no arrests have been made. 9 News reporter Jaleesa Irizarry spoke to Price's mom, hoping for a break in the case.
And see where the flowers are?
Suzanne Price
Come on, let me show you something.
has to keep moving.
See?
For the better part of 30 years, she's been going for her son,
Andre Price Jr.
whose case has stalled.
It's been an uphill battle for 30 years. I mean, I don't know what to do. I don't know where to turn. Like I said, it hurts.
On June 27, 1995, Denver police were called to Yuba Way. Authorities say 3 people approached Andre and his cousin outside of a home. Few words were said before the suspects started shooting. Suzanne says her son was shot in the back multiple times. She remembers getting that call.
Oh, yes, I was crazy. I mean, the craziness haven't left yet. It's like it's still there because I have no justice. I have no closure. I don't know, it just don't make it no easier.
Denver police say progress has been made in this case, but not enough to make an arrest. Suzanne worries it will stay that way.
That's my biggest fear. I want to be able to go to court and face them. I just wish they would come forward and try to ease my pain a little bit.
A pain so many in this family carry.
And that's his daughter.
Andre left behind a little girl, as well as a mother who misses him every day.
I wish heaven had a phone so I could talk to him. I need some type of closure.
Peace is something Suzanne will continue to pursue. On this hot June day, she refuses to keep this case cold.
I'm not going to give up. I can't give up.
According to Crime Stoppers, the reward for an arrest in this case is at $30,000. Suzanne hopes to increase that sometime this summer. Denver police released a statement today sharing the family's frustrations in the lack of arrests in this case. They have previously said there were many witnesses to this crime and hope someone comes forward. Jaleesa Irizarry, 9 News.
You know, mother's love and wondering is never going to end. I hope she gets some answers.
Yeah.
Jaleesa, thank you.
The heat has arrived in Colorado. Here in Denver, we're peaking in the mid-90s, just under the record high. Folks were doing whatever they could to stay cool while outside. Kathy Saban's here now with a look at this very hot forecast. Kathy.
Ladies, it is the last day of spring, and spring's going out like a lion with temperatures in record territory in the mid-90s. We're headed for triple digits tomorrow. A heat advisory will be posted both Friday and Saturday, as well as a weather impact alert. Because of the extreme heat, temperatures from 100 to 103, we need to be mindful of fluids and keeping pets and kids kind of in the shade and not spending a lot of time outdoors. In a situation like this, where these temperatures are running so far above average and for an extended period of time. We're also tracking the wind and the threat for high fire danger over the next few days. Now tomorrow, the forecast high is 100 for the first day of summer. That should break the record set back in 2017. I mentioned the wind. It is increasing. Red flag warnings in effect for western Colorado may be extended eastward as we start to see that wind pick up and things really warm up and dry out. Wanted to draw your attention to an air quality alert in effect for Denver for high levels of ground ozone. We're tracking one single thunderstorm to the south of us near Alamosa, producing some damaging winds with thunderstorm wind gusts to almost 70 miles per hour. A bit of wind in Wyoming with a high wind watch there. Denver, warm and dry this evening. Coming up, much more on the heat advisory and your weekend forecast.
The Mesa County Sheriff's Office says the deputy involved in the traffic stop that led to a college student being detained by ICE is now on administrative leave. The Sheriff's Office says it's continuing to investigate the traffic stop involving 19-year-old Caroline Diaz Goncalves. Goncalves was arrested by ICE agents shortly after the deputy pulled her over for following a truck too closely. She has lived in Utah, was born in Brazil, and brought to the States as a child. The Sheriff's Office says the investigation includes the signal chat that members of the Sheriff's Office were in. They're reviewing if or when deputies were made aware that information shared in that chat for drug interception purposes was instead being used for immigration enforcement.
Officials in Larimer County say they were unable to find a missing Fort Collins man in the area of his car where it was located. 80-year-old Larry Baker has been missing since Monday morning. His car was found parked at Watson Lake. Crews searched the area extensively for 2 days, but could not find any additional information about his whereabouts. Watson Lake is now back open to the public, and officials are hoping for a new lead on where Baker is.
A woman in Aurora is suing the city after it decided to suspend in-person city council meetings and shut down public comment. Meetings are now going full virtual until another lawsuit is settled. A little more than a week ago, Aurora Mayor Mike Kaufman announced the policy change in a Facebook post. The mayor cited what he called disruptions, harassment, and threats at city council meetings by supporters of Kylan Lewis's family. Police fatally shot Lewis last year, and his family has filed a wrongful death lawsuit. Well, since last year, supporters have been pretty vocal, very vocal, during city council meetings. They have prompted numerous changes to its public comment policy. And now the city says it will go fully virtual until the wrongful death suit is resolved. But now one of the supporters has filed another lawsuit claiming the city is violating First Amendment rights.
The Aurora City Council had an opportunity to simply curate a space for voices to be heard. And now we have exposed their leadership that they are not looking to hear, to listen, or to understand. They would rather control, silence, and suppress.
So a city spokesperson said because it's a holiday, the city has not seen the lawsuit yet and they cannot comment. An investigation found the officer who fatally shot Lewis did not violate policy. However, the city has refused to release the full video of that shooting. 9 News is currently suing the city to get that unedited video.
Wearing a seatbelt reduces your risk of a fatal injury in a car crash by 45%. That's why Colorado State Patrol does annual seatbelt enforcement periods. This click it or ticket period lasted from May 12th to June 1st. More than 2,400 citations were written, 36% more than last year. 206 drivers got a ticket for improperly restraining a child, which is a 178% increase compared to 2024. Updates to Colorado's child passenger safety law took effect on January 1st. Fines for not buckling up will cost you $65, and an improperly restrained child comes with a minimum fine of $82.
Today is June 19th, known as Juneteenth. It's a federal holiday that recognizes the end of slavery in the U.S. Denver celebrated the holiday on Sunday with the annual Juneteenth Music Festival in 5 Points. It also featured a parade and a youth box knit nationwide. The Abraham Lincoln Presidential Library and Museum is honoring the holiday by displaying a signed copy of the Emancipation Proclamation.